Oh, hey guys, we're back again, because I'm pretty sure you can all see it at this point. Yes, yes you can. Hello! Just waiting on that next thing to start up. Next game. That's what they're called. Games.
And make sure to throw me an invite when the game's up. We have a tendency of forgetting.
Yeah, it happens. You are in the channel. Yeah, there you are. I see you. Alright, cool. Right. Yes, quite, I agree. Shallow and pedantic. Oh, we're going to Tall Dream Alter LE. Nice. I accidentally just opened up this guy's thing. He has 2,200 points, like, achievement points. That's a ton of... Not as many as you, mister. I have, like, over 4K achievement points.
What can I say? I like to do things to alleviate the boredom some days.
That makes sense. I think I have 780. Yeah, 780. Alright? That gold player has literally over twice as many as me. Over 3 times as many as me.
You can have some of mine, if you can figure out how to get
I
them.
don't want yours. Alright, hey, you did get into the game. Is going to be, a ZVT on Tal'Darim Alter LE. This is Kid Robot, going to be versus Lone Shark X. X, of course, for extreme.
No other meaning for the letter X.
Yeah. That's what the X always means in every situation.
Well, maybe he's Lone Shark 10.
Ooh, 10. Perfect, yes.
There were 9 Lone Sharks before him.
He's just that much better. Alright, so again, we do have Kid Robot, our current King of the Hill, versus Lone Shark X. This is, of course, the 4th of July, King of the Hill, so hopefully you guys will not hear fireworks behind me at any point. That would be actually really funny. I would laugh. But again, this is Tal'Darim Alter LE. So, ZVT, you know about this matchup.
I do know a bit about this matchup.
Alright, hit me with your Zerg strategy, as we do have Lone Shark X spawning in the bottom right position versus Kid Robot spawning in the top left. Go ahead.
Well, obviously, this map is a huge macro map. And once Lone Shark figures out that Kid Robot isn't in either close position, not that there are any real close positions on this map, but he should be able to feel pretty comfortable taking a fast expansion, maybe even a fast third, just because of the positions and getting that really strong economy going right away. That's how I would play it as a Zerg on this map. I always feel like, you can get that really strong economy going and not be too worried, because as long as you have good scouting outside their base and you know when they're moving out, you should be able to produce enough of an army to hold them off.
Indeed.
Just because your economy's so strong and you're with hatcheries and injects and all that, you should have plenty of time to get what you need.
Definitely. Lone Shark X actually did screw up his Overlord trick a little bit there, I believe. But that being said, I think that Kid Robot's going to be doing just a very normal build here. He's not going to be doing a super fast expo at any rate.
And we do have Lone Shark actually dropping a spawning pool.
Interesting choice. Versus Terran, there's almost no reason to go spawning pool first.
No, I couldn't tell you the last time I went spawning pool first. Actually, I think I did yesterday. Now that I think about it, I think I did in one game because I was planning on doing some kind of Baneling all-in type of play. Which is really the only reason I can think of to do something like that.
He also did get the super fast gas, so he is doing a speedling opening, almost definitely.
Indeed.
And he really should... I'm assuming he's going to be putting down a hatchery here pretty soon.
And if he doesn't get that hatchery down in the next minute or so, he is going to be behind, not only in economy, but just in overall unit production. so he's going to have to, think about doing that. He is getting a queen, but
Indeed.
those next 300 minerals should be going towards the hatchery.
Indeed, and we do, though, have... This is going to give Kid Robot a nice chance to block that expansion. Unlike in a lot of maps where there's very easy extra base to take, like in Metalopolis, you can go and take the gold, or you can take what would be your third instead. Kid Robot's just actually going to be able to block this and know that his opponent can't take a very easy natural anymore. Oh, okay, you were lagging a little bit there.
I'm sorry. If it happens again, I will bow out.
Alright,
I don't want to be causing any confusion among the players.
Indeed. Kid Robot did just lose a scouting SCV, and we do have the hatchery going down now. We do have, oh wow, a factory coming up for Kid Robot. I would not be surprised to see more blue flames from him. Actually, moving out, it's going to be a Hellion opening, though, definitely by Kid Robot.
And Lone Shark actually almost getting that drone into the base while Kid Robot was lifting that barracks.
Indeed. However, he did see the factory and the reactor, so he should have some inkling of what's going on here.
You should. It depends if he actually, clicked them or not, or if he just hightailed it out of there and didn't really see. Of course, he would have seen the factory either way, but he may not know that that's the reactor there.
Indeed, he may not. Again, the Lone Shark X, his speed now just starting. Very late on the speed. He has so much gas.
He does. Sitting there.
We do,
but he is getting an evolution chamber as well, which says he's going to be going for some kind of upgrade. I really like to see armor in this matchup, just because it lets your Zerglings live through those initial tank blasts.
Indeed.
And the longer your Zerglings live, the more damage they do. If you have a +1 attack and your Zerglings are still dying in one shot to tank, the +1 attack means nothing.
So very, very true. We do have the drone transfer now going on for Lone Shark X. But the expansion is now almost done for Kid Robot, so he actually will not be that far behind. And he does have Hellions up, and he's just not really doing anything with them quite yet. Finally moving out a little bit. He will actually kill this drone at the watchtower. But they are not blue flames, so they won't do quite as much damage as they could. I'm spine crawlers. Alright, that's what's going down.
Yep.
That's a good choice.
Lone Shark did see those Hellions at the watchtower before they killed his scout, so he does know that something's up, and he will be dropping that spine crawler just for a little extra protection.
Indeed. Here we have Kid Robot now floating out that command center. But with 4 Hellions on the map, he actually has map control right now.
I would like to see Lone Shark get one more queen. I know he's building a third. I'd like to see him get a fourth just for more creep spread. The more you can spread your creep on a big map like this especially, the better off you are. You're going to have a lot more vision of all attack paths.
Indeed. Here we have the Hellions coming in. Not being microed at all, though. So finally pulling back when he sees that spine. Gonna just try and get into the main and do some damage. But the Speedling's gonna be able to get the easy surround. Losing 2 Hellions, gonna lose all of them and do absolutely no damage. That is a huge investment now completely wasted.
But even through all that, Lone Shark did pull all his drones, so he lost a lot of mining time.
Indeed.
I know it's not as much as losing 4 Hellions, but it did at least something other than just losing Hellions.
Indeed. It would have been nice to see it also forced drones, but Lone Shark very smartly didn't actually build any Zerglings. He actually currently is building nothing. There we go. Finally dropping out of that 1k mineral area by producing 22 Zerglings and a Baneling. He's going for a Baneling bust.
I'm not too sure how I feel about this. I mean, by the time the Banelings get there, I would think he's going to have a tank, maybe 2. Definitely 2 tanks by the time it gets there, and Siege Tech will be done. Actually, Kid Robot's pumping Siege Tanks out of 3 factories.
Oh my goodness.
So he could have as many as 5 or 6 tanks by the time the Banelings get there.
Dude, we have a Spore Crawler going down. Not really sure why. But there is.
That I'm not sure. I mean, he hasn't gotten any scouting information. He may be just blindly expecting Banshees, which I don't blame him with how weak early Zerg anti-air is, other than Queens. Spore Crawlers are kind of a saving grace.
Definitely. There's just so many Lings on the field, though. There's Baneling speed going down. More Lings have just popped. Another round finishing. 8 Banelings morphing right now. Definitely going to go for some kind of crazy Baneling aggression, but Kid Robot actually not siege. There we go. It's finally sieging up. So this Baneling aggression is going to be totally wasted.
I do not like this. I wish he would just make a little poke before he moves in here.
We're going to lose so much. Oh my goodness, though. The Baneling's coming in killing all the Marines.
Unfortunately, it's not the Marines that he needs to really worry about. I think it's that tank count he needs to make sure it stays down.
Indeed, 22
Marines
more Lings
are easily
coming.
replenishable. Tanks, not so much.
Definitely, definitely. And again, 22 Lings currently on the way. They're all popping. Trying to take down the third now. He was in such a good position until he used all of those larvae on Lings instead of drones. If he had droned up instead of doing that attempted the Baneling bust, he'd be in a much better position. We do have a third getting ready to go down for Kid Robot as well.
As you were saying, with his drones and his economy, if you look at the income tab, you can see Lone Shark has 26 harvesters to Kid Robot's 49. So he is quite far behind. He should actually be up to, I'd say around 70 on 3 bases by now.
Yeah, we do have 20 more Lings coming out. The Lone Shark just not giving up with this aggression, killing another Hellion at the watchtower. But I mean, there's 4 siege tanks up right now, and the Spire is just about to finish. But he's gonna have to do some crazy damage with those Mutalisks that could be coming.
Yep, something along the lines of 24 harvester kills would be good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now this is interesting. Kid Robot has 2 engineering bays, but has not actually been using them. He does have an armory done. He could be getting the +2 attack right now as well. He has a lot of floating minerals.
He just start +1 armor, so I think he is waiting for that gas count to get up a little bit so he can start his +1 attack or +2 attack as well.
That would help for him then if he actually put guys on gas at his natural. And with this much minerals, he could actually turret ring his base. Though, since the Spire is up, we haven't actually seen any Mutas at all go down.
And Kid Robot is actually pushing out with a very scary force of tanks and Marines. However, the Marines do not have combat shields. They do have stim, but no combat shields. So it's going to be interesting to see, how far he feels like pushing, or if he's just kind of going to posture a little